in that we've already completed with the reactions. And then in the last class, I taught you about chemical bond, under which the first type of bond which we studied was ionic bond. Can anybody tell me what's the definition of ionic bond? Can anybody tell me the definition of ionic bond? You can explain it in your own words as well. You can explain it in your own words. What's the meaning of ionic bond? How ionic bond is formed? Come on, tell me. Nobody remembers what is ionic bond? What is, how do we get this term called as ionic? Why is the word ionic coming into picture? See, when I ask you any definition, try to understand the question. When I say ionic bond, what does ionic stands for? From where do I get this word ionic? It's because of formation of, it's because of formation of what? Come on, students, you all are sleeping or what? Quickly get up, everyone. Sit properly. Very good, Sneha. Very good, Nishita. At least you are putting in efforts to answer the question. Very good. Ionic bond means stands for the term ions, and ions are formed when the atoms donate or accepts electron. When it donates electron, it gets a positive charge. Positively charged ions are called as cations. When it accepts the electron, it gets a negative charge. Negatively charged ions are called as anions. And when there is a bond formed between these oppositely charged ions, which are cations and anions, and that is because of the electrostatic force of attraction. So the chemical bond formed due to an electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged cation and anion is called as an ionic bond. Can you tell me what is the other word for ionic bond? Ionic bond is also called as, ionic bond is also called as what? VK Harshal, please stop it. Electrovalent bond. Very good. Ionic bond is also called as electrovalent bond. Very nice. So we studied the example of sodium chloride. If you remember, this was the question answer I had taught you. Sodium atom donates one electron. Chlorine accepts one electron. Sodium and chlorine gets converted into cations and anions respectively, and there's a bond formed between them which is called as ionic bond. This was the structure which I had told you to draw it in the class itself. Have you all drawn this in your notebook? Have you all drawn this in your notebook? Have you all drawn this in your notebook? Formation of ionic bond of NaCl. Everyone has done it. See, you are not going to do this only for the sake of your teacher. It is for your understanding. Once today we are going to finish with this chapter, and in your exams, which will almost be after a month later, if you don't have all this in your notebooks, you will not be able to remember what is the type of questions being asked. So I hope formation of ionic bond of sodium chloride has been done by everyone in the notebook. And the next question which I asked you to do was between magnesium chloride. Come on, tell me, for magnesium, what's the atomic number of magnesium? Now you're going to answer this question. What's the atomic number of magnesium? What's the atomic number of magnesium? Anybody? Yes, Omkar. Very good. It's 12. Atomic number of magnesium is 12. So what will be its electronic configuration? What will be its electronic configuration? 2, 8, 2. Very nice, Omkar, and Deepika as well. And Nishita also. Nishita, it's 2, 8, 2. So to become stable, how many electrons does this magnesium has to donate to become stable? 2. But magnesium is combining with chlorine. How many electrons does chlorine need to become stable? Chlorine, whose atomic number is 17, electronic configuration is 2, 8, 1, needs only 1 electron. So for the formation of magnesium chloride, I'll be requiring 2 chlorine atoms, because one magnesium is going to donate 1 electron to 1 chlorine, and similarly it is going to donate another electron to another chlorine. So the formula for magnesium chloride becomes MgCl2. Here is the structure. Formation of magnesium chloride becomes MgCl2, as it is shown clearly in the structure here. We have one magnesium atom in the center. From the last shell, it will donate one electron to one chlorine atom, another electron to another chlorine atom. So magnesium, because it is donating two electrons, because magnesium is donating two electrons, magnesium gets a positive charge. Positive charge because it's donating. And how many it is on donating? Two. So magnesium becomes Mg2 plus. Similarly, chlorine is accepting only one, right? Chlorine is accepting only one, so it has become Cl minus. So that is why we have one Cl minus, one Mg2 plus, and one more Cl minus, which gives rise to the ionic bond called as MgCl2. Everybody understood the formation of MgCl2? Did you all understand how ionic bond of magnesium chloride is formed? Have you all drawn this in your notebook? Have you all drawn these structures? Now here, please make sure when the ionic bond of magnesium chloride is asked, you will have 3 atoms in the reactant and 3 atoms in the product. Getting my point? Any questions related to this? Any questions related to this? Anyone? No questions? And have you done this in your notebook? This was the homework actually. Have you done this? If not, I know few of you have done, few have not done. So please write it down. Only write formation of ionic bond in magnesium chloride. Leave some space because you'll have to draw this in your notebook. If you all have understood this, can you tell me how the formation of ionic bond aluminium chloride will be made? Aluminium chloride. How am I going to make for aluminium chloride? Think and tell me. How many atoms will be required in the reactants? How many atoms will be required in the product? And how are they going to bond with each other? Aluminium chloride. When I ask you this question, see, this kind of a question can be asked in the exam also. If this question is asked in the exam, the first thing what you need to do is check for the atomic number of aluminium. Check for the atomic number of aluminium. What is that? Atomic number of aluminium is, very good, Nikanto, it's 13. Very nice. So the electronic configuration becomes 2, 8, 3. So ideally, aluminium has to donate 3 electrons to become stable. But how many electrons can one chlorine atom accept? One chlorine atom can accept only one electron. So ideally, how many chlorines will be required for aluminium? How many chlorines will I require now for one aluminium? 3. Very good. So the formula of aluminium chloride becomes AlCl3. So the formula of aluminium chloride becomes AlCl3. So aluminium is going to donate 3 electrons. So aluminium gets 3 positive charges. Similarly, we'll have 3 different chlorine atoms which will get 3 Cl minus. Getting my point? So reactants में कितना atom बनेगा? How many atoms will you draw in the reactant? Left hand side, how many atoms will you draw in total? How many atoms will you draw? Come on, tell me. जैसे ये वाले diagram में, which is there on your screen, we have 3 atoms in the reactants. For aluminium chloride, how many atoms will I have in the reactant? Totally. कितना atoms draw करोगे students? Come on, tell me the answer. Yes, very good. You're going to draw 4. You're going to draw 4. 4Q, 1 aluminium, which is going to donate 3 electrons, and 3 chlorines who are going to accept. So like in the case of sodium chloride, we have only 2 in the reactant, sodium and chlorine. For magnesium chloride, I am having 3, 1 magnesium and 2 chlorine. For aluminium chloride, I'll have 4, 1 aluminium and 3 chlorine. That depends upon the formula. In this way, any type of questions can be asked to you. Deepika, what you did not understand, tell me, I'll repeat again. I'll just try to show for you did not understand aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride you did not understand. Okay, see, aluminium chloride का formula क्या है? It is AlCl3. Got my point? You understood the aluminium chloride formula is AlCl3. Now I have one aluminium atom whose last shell is going to have 3 electrons. I'm not drawing the entire atom, I'm just showing you this. One aluminium. Aluminium has to donate 3 electrons, right? So for aluminium to donate 3 electrons, I will have to draw 3 chlorine atoms. Like in case of magnesium chloride, we drew only 2 chlorine because magnesium had to donate 2 chlorine. See here. Can you all see what I'm drawing on the screen? So this chlorine will donate 1 here, 1 to this, and 1 to this. Got my point? Just a minute. So now because in the reactant I drawn 1 aluminium, so in the product also what are we going to do? We are going to make 4 atoms together. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And the 4 atoms, one will be of Al. That aluminium has now become Al3 plus. Why 3 plus? Because it has donated 3 electrons. And Cl will be only Cl minus. Please forgive my drawing here because I'm not so compatible with this keyboard. Got my point now, Deepika? Is it clear? How did I get the structure of aluminium chloride? And others? All right, very good. So let's move ahead with another type of bonding now today. The second type of bonding which we are going to learn today is called as covalent bond. What's the second type of structure called as covalent bond? Let's understand how covalent bond is formed. Now, generally a covalent bond is formed when atoms of two elements have similar properties to combine. Such atoms cannot exchange electrons. So when covalent bond is happening, they don't give and take. Instead, they share the electrons. So instead, these atoms share electrons with each other. The shared electrons become a common property of both the atoms. And thereby the electron octet or duplet of both the atoms becomes complete. Now listen to me carefully, students. We have to, for the atom element to get stable, it either has to achieve its duplet or it has to achieve its octet. Understanding my point? या तो duplet complete करना पड़ेगा या octet complete करना पड़ेगा. To do that, in ionic bond, they were giving and accepting, donating and accepting. But for covalent, they will not give or take, they will share. So when sharing is happening, it is shared by both the atoms. Let's see the structure and try to understand. I'm going to consider an example of hydrogen molecule. Everybody is understanding the element hydrogen, right? What is the atomic number of hydrogen? What's the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. So hydrogen has only 1 electron. So I'm going to take 2 hydrogen atoms. दोनों के पास individually 1 electron है. So if one hydrogen donates 1 electron, तो एक hydrogen stable हो जाएगा और दूसरा hydrogen stable नहीं होगा. So what will they do? They will instead share both the electrons. Let's see. Have you heard about Venn diagrams? Have you heard about Venn diagrams? I'll just show here. See, this is my hydrogen atom. Okay, ये मेरा hydrogen atom है. Hydrogen atom के last shell में कितना electron है? Only 1. पहले तो एक nucleus आ जाएगा. उसके बाद first shell में कितना electron है? 1. Similarly, I will have one more hydrogen atom, जिसके भी shell में कितना electron है? Only 1. Now both of them require 1 electron to become stable, isn't it? So if this gives to this one, this will become stable and this will not become stable. Similarly, अगर इसने भी दिया तो ये stable हो जाएगा और ये stable नहीं होगा. Rather, what are they going to do? They are going to share. Let's see how sharing is going to happen. See, this is the nucleus of both the atoms. और ये इनका second shell है. This is the second shell here. And there is one more, the shell which is shown by this here. So see this black dot which I'm showing here, this is one electron of one hydrogen. Similarly, the red dot is another electron. So can you see ये हमने ऐसे common point पे बनाया जहाँ पे दोनों जन को electron मिल रहा है. Both the hydrogen atoms having their individual electrons and both of them have completed their duplet. Are you understanding the concept of sharing here? No, it is not necessary that covalent bonds are formed between atoms of the same element. They can be formed between atoms of same element also. They can be formed by atoms of different elements also. Let me teach you that also. But before that, did you understand this? Let me show you the structure now. Here. This is the formation of covalent bond of hydrogen molecule, where hydrogen atom contains one electron each. Its duplet is short of one electron and therefore the valency of hydrogen is 1. Now, two atoms of hydrogen are identical and have similar tendency and therefore they share their electrons with each other. So as a result, the electron duplet of both the hydrogen atoms is complete and the chemical bond is formed between them. Is the covalent bond of hydrogen molecule clear to everyone? Formation of covalent bond. Please quickly draw the structure of formation of covalent bond in hydrogen molecule. मेरे स्क्रीन पे ड्रॉ नहीं करना है, आपके नोटबुक्स में ड्रॉ करना है. The center circle is the nucleus. After the nucleus, the blue color circle which you can see here on the diagram is the first shell which is having one electron. So this is one electron of one hydrogen, another electron of another hydrogen. Both are sharing here, and because of sharing, both of them have completed their duplet. Is it clear? Have you all drawn this? This chapter ka the chemical bond wala part is very simple and usually asked in the exam. So it's very scoring for all of you. Have you all done covalent bond in hydrogen molecule? See, you'll have to reply, dear. Please tell me, have you all done? So we move ahead. Okay, Tanishka, Shreya, thank you. Okay. So let's define covalent bond. Chemical bond formed by sharing of valence electron. Valence means what? Number of electrons in the last shell. Number of electrons in the last shell. The chemical bond formed by sharing of valence electrons of two atoms with each other is called as covalent bond. Come on, repeat after me. The chemical bond formed by sharing of valence electrons of two atoms with each other is called as covalent bond. So remember, for ionic, it is give and take. For covalent, it is sharing. One covalent bond is formed by sharing two valence electron. अभी जो हमने structure बनाया उसमें कितना bond बना था? Single covalent bond. Why it was single covalent bond? Because two valence electrons were shared between them. Similarly, a covalent bond between two atoms is also represented by a dash joining the symbols. I could have also drawn it this way. Dash means what? This is one hydrogen atom H. There is one bond here and H. This is how we represent. A covalent bond between two atoms is represented by a dash joining the symbols. If it is a single bond, it is one dash. If I have a double bond, for example, oxygen ka valency 2 hai, so I'll be showing with 2O, two dashes. Or agar 3 bond hai, so like nitrogen, so I'll be show with 3. The maximum is what? Till 3 it can go. Got my point? This was about between similar atoms. So one covalent bond, when there is one covalent, एक bond share हुआ है, इसका मतलब कितना electrons share हुआ है? 2, दोनों के end पे. अगर दो bond share हुआ है, मतलब कितना electrons हुआ है? 1, 2, 3 and 4. और triple हुआ है तो कितना हो जाएगा? बताओ मुझे. Triple में कितना हो जाएगा इधर? 6. Very good. This you will study in detail next year, but I hope the concept of covalent bond is clear to everyone. Right? This was about atoms of the same element. Now let's see what will happen in case of atoms of different element. How sharing is going to happen in that case. Let us see how a water molecule of a covalent bond is formed from hydrogen and oxygen. Before I show you the structure, I want you all to think about it. How do you think will be sharing happening between hydrogen and oxygen? Let me give you a small hint. See, it is for hydrogen and oxygen, right? There are two hydrogen atoms, मतलब एक हाइड्रोजन यहाँ पे होगा और एक और हाइड्रोजन दूसरे कॉर्नर में होगा. सेंटर में कौन होगा? ऑक्सीजन. What is the valence electron of oxygen? ऑक्सीजन का मैं लास्ट शेल ड्रॉ कर रही हूँ डायरेक्टली. What is the valence electron of oxygen? Tell me. ऑक्सीजन के लास्ट शेल में कितना इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं? 6. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक एटॉमिक नंबर इज 8. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन इज 2,6. Right? So 6 electrons are there in the last shell. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. How many does this oxygen need more? Oxygen को और कितना चाहिए stable होने के लिए? 2. Right? It needs 2 more. So this hydrogen atom will share उसका 1 electron which is already there. And this hydrogen atom will also share its 1 electron which is already there. So has the hydrogen completed its octet? Has the hydrogen completed its octet? क्योंकि हाइड्रोजन का 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑक्सीजन के साथ शेयर हुआ और ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो भी यहाँ पे ड्रॉ करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पर. So one of this and one of this will also being shared. So in this way, oxygen has also completed its octet and hydrogen has also completed its duplet. So we are getting the formula H2O. Did you all understand? Let's see the diagram now to make it more clear. There are 6 electrons in the valence shell of oxygen atom. It means electron octet in oxygen is short of 2 electrons, and that is why the valency of oxygen is 2. In water molecule, the oxygen completes its octet by forming 2 covalent bonds. Bond 2 बन रहा है, but 1 each with hydrogen atom. एक bond एक hydrogen के साथ, दूसरा bond दूसरे hydrogen के साथ. While this happens, the duplet of 2 hydrogen atoms are completed. This is how the structure looks like, student. See here, 1 hydrogen atom, here another hydrogen atom. दोनों का 1 electron है और oxygen के last shell में 6 electrons हैं. So the 6 electrons of oxygen has been shared by each with the hydrogen atoms, and in this way the structure of water becomes complete. Did you all understand this? Is the covalent bond of water molecule clear to everyone? Can you all see how water molecule, the sharing of electrons is taking place? How the covalent bond is formed between one hydrogen atom on the left side and another hydrogen atom in the right side? Please quickly draw this diagram in your notebook. Soham, what happened? You're trying to check yourself how you're looking on the screen. I'm giving you 2 minutes time to complete this diagram. Everybody will have to do this right now. Everyone sitting in my class has understood how to draw the structure. Are we all done drawing the formation of covalent bond of water molecule? Wasn't it simple? Should I give you one question to try on your own? Will you try? Will you all try this one question? Okay, so check. There is one covalent bond formed between the component hydrogen and chlorine of the HCl molecule. Use this information to represent the formation. Use this information to represent the formation of HCl molecule from hydrogen and chlorine atoms diagrammatically. Will you try to do it? Can you all try? Did you understand the question? Did you all understand the question? See here, as you can see, I'm trying to draw the structure of hydrogen molecule and chlorine. Hydrogen has this one electron in the last shell, agreed? And chlorine has electronic configuration 2, 8, 7. So first shell is going to have 2, second shell is going to have 8, and the third shell is going to have 7. First, you're going to draw the individual atoms. So first, let's draw the structure in the reactants. So here we are going to draw the colors. I'll use black color to show the electrons. So this is this one electron of hydrogen atom. And I'm drawing only electrons present in the last shell of chlorine, which is 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Agreed? This is the structure of hydrogen. This is the structure of chlorine. Now, how the sharing is going to take place, let us see this. This is the first shell of both the atoms. This is the second shell, 2, 8, this is the third shell. And let me just erase this. Here the sharing we are going to show. See here, students, the one electron which I'm drawing in red is the electron of hydrogen, and I'm using the black color to show the electrons of chlorine, which are 7. So one I'm going to draw here. Did you get my point? 7 था, तो 1 मैंने यहाँ draw कर दिया. Rest 6 you can draw anywhere. 1, total becomes 3, 4, 5. Then we are going to draw, wait, huh? This marker is not working. Okay. So we have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So can you see how structure of HCl has been completed diagrammatically? Everybody, did you understand? Hydrogen has completed its duplet by sharing one electron with chlorine, and chlorine by sharing one electron with hydrogen has completed its octet. So we have got a covalent bond between H and Cl. There's a single covalent bond formed between H and Cl, In this way, the structure of hydrogen chloride gets complete. Is it clear, everyone? Are you understanding what I've drawn on the screen? Everyone? Did you all understand this? Was it simple? The structure of covalent bonds. So with this, we finish with the chapter. We also finished with the chapter. I hope you all have understood the chapter well. And if you have any difficulties, in case whenever we'll be meeting next before your exams, we'll try to keep a revision lecture if needed. As of now, if you would have seen the chapter carefully, it is not at all difficult. Still, when you are learning the chapter, you find any difficulties, please let me know so that we'll do it a little later. All right, everyone. So bye for now. We're done with the chapter. And we have done, in fact, with the chemistry portion of your 8th standard. And we might meet only during the revision lecture.